It only lasted a few seconds, yet it quickly became one of the most talked about moments of the Tencent Video All-Star Awards. Amid flashing lights and rolling cameras, Zuer gently reached out to remove a piece of confetti resting on Liu Yuning's hair. There was no script, no prompt, and no hesitation, just a quiet, instinctive gesture. What truly captivated audiences, however, was not the action itself, but the look in her eyes, soft, focused, and filled with unmistakable warmth. In an industry where every movement is scrutinized, this subtle interaction felt disarmingly real, leaving viewers around the world asking the same question: was this simply courtesy or something far more sincere? The Tencent Video All-Star Awards is one of China's most high-profile entertainment events, bringing together leading actors, creators, and industry figures under intense public attention. Seating arrangements at such ceremonies are typically formal and carefully planned, yet what caught viewers' eyes was what happened after the awards were presented. Instead of returning to their designated seats, Zuer and Liu Yuning remained side by side, choosing to sit together naturally and without apparent concern for the cameras. Their physical proximity was noticeable, but it was their ease that stood out even more. They appeared relaxed, engaged, and fully present in each other's company. This subtle deviation from protocol quietly set the tone for the moments that followed, making everything else feel less coincidental and far more meaningful. As the cameras continued to roll, many viewers began to notice a recurring detail that quickly became the focus of online discussion: Zuer's gaze. It was not a fleeting glance or a polite look exchanged between colleagues. Instead, her eyes followed Liu Yuning with quiet attentiveness, reflecting admiration rather than awareness of the spotlight. Industry observers and fans alike pointed out that such expressions are difficult to manufacture, especially in a public setting filled with pressure and scrutiny. Her gaze appeared soft, steady, and unguarded, conveying a sense of genuine regard. In contrast to the carefully controlled expressions often seen at award ceremonies, this moment felt refreshingly unscripted. It was precisely this natural warmth that resonated with audiences, prompting many to describe the interaction as emotionally revealing. Within minutes, clips highlighting her expressions spread rapidly across social platforms, turning a silent exchange into a widely shared emotional focal point of the night. Among all the interactions captured that evening, one brief gesture stood out for its quiet intimacy. Noticing a piece of confetti resting in Liu Yuning's hair, Zuer reached over and gently removed it herself. There was no verbal exchange, no signal to staff, and no visible awareness of the cameras nearby. The movement was smooth and unhesitating, suggesting instinct rather than intention. On Chinese social media, many viewers describe this as a form of subconscious care, the kind of reaction that occurs naturally when concern precedes thought. In highly formal public settings, celebrities often maintain physical distance to avoid speculation. Yet, this moment unfolded without restraint, conveying comfort and familiarity. What made it particularly striking was its simplicity, an unremarkable action in everyday life, transformed into an emotionally charged moment under the spotlight. It was this contrast between ordinariness and context that made the gesture so compelling to audiences worldwide. Beyond the confetti moment, attentive viewers began piecing together a series of subtle interactions that unfolded throughout the ceremony. Zuer and Liu Yuning remained seated close to each other, neither making an effort to create distance nor appearing distracted by their phones. Instead, they leaned in slightly during conversation, exchanged quiet smiles, and reacted to the event in sync. At times, their hand movements and body language mirrored one another, suggesting an unspoken familiarity. Several clips circulating online even captured brief moments of playful expressions, fleeting, almost imperceptible, yet deeply telling. None of these details were dramatic on their own, but together they formed a consistent pattern. In an environment where public behavior is often carefully managed, this ease stood out. Fans noted that such comfort is difficult to fake, especially over an extended period. What emerged was not a single standout act, but a sequence of genuine, understated interactions that collectively left a lasting impression on audiences. As clips from the event began circulating, Chinese social media platforms such as Weibo, Douyin, and Xiaohongshu were quickly flooded with discussions. Rather than focusing on speculation, many fans approached the moment through careful observation. Popular comments highlighted how the interaction felt unguarded and emotionally transparent, describing it as impossible to hide. Others noted the contrast between formal public appearances and the relaxed dynamic displayed that evening. Several trending posts emphasized that no narrative was being forced. The emotions simply revealed themselves through natural behavior. Notably, a large portion of fans expressed appreciation without demanding confirmation or labels. Instead, they voiced support for allowing artists personal space and authenticity. This measured response reflected a broader shift in fan culture, where subtlety is valued over sensationalism. What united these discussions was a shared recognition that something sincere had quietly unfolded, resonating far beyond a single clip. What made this moment particularly distinctive was its setting and timing. It did not occur on a drama set, during a promotional interview, or as part of a carefully designed public narrative. Instead, it unfolded during a large-scale industry event where appearances are usually guarded and deliberate. The absence of performance was precisely what gave the interaction its weight. There was no need to communicate anything to the audience, yet the sincerity was unmistakable. In such environments, instinctive gestures are rare, as public figures are constantly aware of perception. This was not a moment created to be seen, but one that happened despite being seen. That subtle difference transformed a simple action into a powerful emotional signal, setting it apart from countless staged interactions commonly associated with high-profile appearances. In the end, it was never about making statements or drawing conclusions. Some moments resonate precisely because they remain undefined. A gentle glance, a quiet gesture, and an unguarded smile were enough to leave a lasting impression. In an industry built on spectacle, authenticity often speaks the loudest when it arrives unannounced. Whether interpreted as admiration, affection, or simple human warmth, this brief interaction reminded audiences why such moments matter. They do not demand explanation, they invite reflection. And sometimes, allowing a feeling to linger is far more powerful than trying to name it.